my name is Neil Franzoni, and I did my project on the affordability of college. Some of the problems with the affordability of college is that everyone looks at college as the best way to achieve the American dream, and that there's a lack of state funding, an increase in student services, and a surge of demand for financial aid, which all contribute to the high expense of college. I found a peer-reviewed article from our college database, and it said that selective private and public colleges are not affordable to lower-income students, given the shares of family incomes they spend on college. Overall, college affordability at both selective private and public college worsened from 1995 to 96, and then again from 2003 to 2004 academic years, and this has been found to adversely affect enrollment of lower-income students at private colleges. America spends more on college than almost any other country around the globe, which has been a trait of ours that goes all the way back to the 1800s. To this day, the U.S. still spends more on college than almost any other country in the world. Americans spend about $30,000 a year per student, nearly twice as much as the average developed country. What is the cost-benefit of attending college? Does it make sense to have a major that once you graduate, the annual salary doesn't even cover the student debt most students accumulate over their 4 years of education? Another peer-reviewed article I found from the U.S. Department of Education said that in the past 10 years, prices for undergraduates have risen 31% at public institutions and 24% at private institutions after taking inflation into account. I also found a video on CNBC by Sharon Epperson that said that home ownership for those under 35 years old has fallen sharply over the past 10 years, and a recent survey said that 57% of those surveyed blamed student debt on their ability to save up for a house. And to double check this, I went online and looked around some more, and I found another quote that said more than half, 54%, of young college people about to graduate from college plan to move back home with their parents. So now we can take a look at some of the possible solutions for this issue. When asked, college graduates said that vacation time, 401k plans, and health insurance are great, but what they really want is help paying their student loan debt. Does it make sense the major you choose and what the potential for the earnings dictate how much college should cost, or is there a better way to fund colleges? Can it be accomplished through taxation, government subsidies, interest-free loans? I found another article that was written during the Obama administration, and it said that paying for performance is one of the core components of this new strategy, which will tie federal financial aid to college performance. They want to challenge states to fund public colleges based on performance and hold students in colleges receiving student aid responsible for making progress toward a degree. Some potential solutions for the looming financial difficulty is to have graduate students work for companies and have certain percentages of their annual income and length of time for their debt to be repaid through an income shared agreement. Companies could potentially partner with schools, and depending on the majors they choose, the recapture of their investment would vary. Math or engineering students' debt may be repaid relatively quicker because their initial salaries would be greater, and a lower salary job would take a longer period. Personally, I don't feel like forgiving all student debt would be fair due to all the kids who have previously paid their way and worked a good part of their lives to pay it off. I also feel as though loan forgiveness rewards fiscal irresponsibility and makes it seem as though not paying a loan back is acceptable. It teaches you how to handle money and stresses the importance of going to work after graduating. In conclusion, I don't feel as though forgiving all student debt is the appropriate decision to make, and feel like we need to make a good, realistic plan, such as the ones mentioned above, that focus on hard work, but are still very achievable even if you don't come from a privileged family who can pay your way for you.